Let's take a few minutes and set up your team for their free trial of AgriSync. In this brief tutorial, I'll show you how we can create your company, set up teams in VoiceHub, invite peer advisors, bulk invite your customers, and begin to track your time. Let's get started by visiting AgriSync.com. There you'll click in the upper right hand corner to click on the Sign Up button. When you do, you can confirm that you're an advisor and enter your mobile phone number. Again, with AgriSync, there are no usernames and passwords to remember or forget. We always sign in with our mobile phone number. The system will send me a disposable 4-digit code that I can enter, and I can optionally have it remember me on this computer. Once I click verify, it's going to ask me to introduce myself. In this case, I'm an advisor. I'm going to provide live support. I want to be able to start live support sessions. I'm going to go ahead and put in my work email, my first and last name, my profile picture, my zip code, and then my title. Since I'm the first one to use AgriSync, I'm going to go ahead and create our company. I'm going to put in our company website, name, and our logo, primary headquarters location, and then I'm going to select a category that best describes what I do. Because I've got multiple advisors on my team, I'm going to go ahead and do the team trial. When you first log into AgriSync, we'll prompt you to be able to use your video camera. We'll also offer to have you install our Chrome browser widget that will allow you to share your desktop later on. And lastly, if you want to subscribe to AgriSync notifications, click in the lower left-hand corner. If you ever need to come back, this is a helpful tutorial to come back to, and here you can download the mobile app. Again, we recommend Chrome as a browser. For now, I'm going to close that, and I'm going to go personalize my company a little bit. In this case, I prefer the black background. I'm going to go ahead and click on the black background. When customers come into AgriSync, I can either allow them to see individuals as well as teams, or I can have them see only teams. In this case, I want every ticket to go to a team. I want every ticket to go to multiple advisors. So I'm going to go ahead and flip on the team only approach. And now when a farmer creates a ticket, it'll always go to a group of advisors as opposed to giving the farmer the choice of picking an individual or an advisor. Now that I've made those settings, note that if I needed to make any updates to my subscription, I can click here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Manage page. So as a manager, you have access to this Manage page, and you can create multiple managers in your organization. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and create our Precision Support team. I'm going to go ahead and put myself on that team. And if I wanted to, I could create internal teams. I could also voice enable this team. So again, if you want to voice enable any team, reach out to help at AgriSync and we'll allow you to voice enable that team. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and create that team. And you'll see that now I've got my first team that's created. Now I'm going to go ahead and invite in some of my other advisors. So I'm going to go ahead and put their phone numbers in here. Again, these have to be mobile phone numbers. And when I invite in my advisors, I can optionally add them into one or more teams. In this case, I want to make Jim part of that team. So I'm going to go ahead and send that invite. And when I do, Jim's going to get a text and an email inviting him to register at agrisync.com. And once he registers, he will show up as an advisor. For now, he's just a pending invite. Now note that any team inside of AgriSync can also be voice enabled. And again, what we mean by a voice enabled team is this is a ability for a phone number to be assigned to that team. And when a farmer calls that number, we'll simultaneously ring that team. Essentially, VoiceHub becomes your first way to track time. So again, if I wanted to ever come and edit that team, I could. And if I wanted to learn more about VoiceHub and enable that service, I could come in here and learn more about it and reach out to us at help@agrisync.com and we can voice enable that team. So now that I've created my first team, and again, you can create multiple teams, I've invited my first advisor. Now we want to show you a couple other things that you can do as a manager. First thing is, at the end of every ticket, we allow you to categorize your time, and we give you some default categories. But if I wanted to come in and create a custom category, I could. And then at the end of every session, that custom category option will show up for me to track my time. I also want to show you how you can bulk invite your customers as well as your internal employees. Remember, AgriSync is free both for your farmer customers as well as your other internal employees. And here we give you the ability to do a bulk invitation of those resources. Again, if I click on this, it'll allow me to preview that invitation, both a text and an email. And if I want, I can download an Excel spreadsheet and then upload that Excel spreadsheet, and I can invite hundreds of internal employees or customers at once. Again, with internal employees, we ask that you upload their work email. With customers, we ask that you upload their mobile phones. They'll each get an invitation from you, and whether they download the mobile app today or 6 months from now, they'll automatically be connected to your teams of experts. So we would highly recommend the bulk invites. The last thing we're going to show you how to do is to track your time. One of the value propositions of AgriSync is we automatically track your time. And now, when you go into the ticket page, you'll be able to come down to the reporting section of AgriSync. You can add some filters, or optionally click on the download button, and in one click we'll pull up an Excel spreadsheet. In that spreadsheet we'll show the duration of your calls, who they were with, and if you categorize their time. We'll provide more tips in the coming days. Thank you for trialing AgriSync.